I really wanted to love these Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, and I do. What's good, everybody? It's Kyle Moore, and I've been using the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds for about a month now, every single day, and I've got some thoughts. Are they worth it? Let's find out. Shameless plug, you see this sweatsuit fit? My girl got this for me for Christmas. This is Elwood, is my first bit of Elwood clothing. It might be the most fire lounge wear, hoodie, sweatpants combo. Let me get y'all a little better look. Look at that. I mean, look at that, man. Look at you see this big cozy, man. Cozy, comfortable, shameless plug. If I can find the link for them, I will throw them in the description. So shouts out to Elwood for that. All right, now back to the earbuds. I've had a chance to use them in all different types of scenarios, whether it be the gym, on walks, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm gonna tell you who they're gonna be for, who they're not for, the good, the bad, and then to let you know if it's worth you spending your hard-earned dollars on. Because I got them on sale for $229, but I think they're back up to $299, $300, which is not cheap for a pair of earbuds. So I'll help you make that decision whether it's right for you. Let's talk about the build quality and design. Now, I think they're the most interesting earbud design that you can get. I think the design is crazy. I think the design is actually probably my most favorite design of an earbud or something that I've had. And you know, they look sleek. They're definitely conversation starters. That's one thing that I didn't expect them to be, was people to ask about them so often. And I literally had them for like a week, and I had like 3 people ask what was on my ear. Some people kind of had an idea of what they were. Some people had no clue, but they were super excited to talk to me about it. So first things first, if you like talking with people, these will definitely start a conversation. Now the build quality, no noticeable wear. I've worn these pretty much every single day over the past 30 days or so. And the build quality is outstanding. The case, it's a light plastic. I've dropped it once, I think. The earbuds fell out, but the magnetics in here are crazy strong. I mean, you gotta really shake to try to get these bad boys out. And I feel like if you, even all that is still in there. You know, so as hard as I want to shake, the build quality is crazy. They're sturdy, it's Bose, so it's something that I would expect. You know, you're gonna pay $220 to $300. The build quality better be there, the design quality better be there. Now, the biggest selling point for these is probably gonna be how comfortable they are to wear. Now, I was able to wear these all day long for multiple days just to kind of test out when I would get ear fatigue. And I'd say maybe around like day 2 or 3 of wearing them and just having them in there for hours, you start to feel a little bit of soreness, but not really compared to how often you're gonna be wearing them. Now, again, like I said in the first video, there are times where I forgot to even have them in my ear. I was eating dinner with my girl the other day, and I had them in just because I was using them when I was on the grill, and she reminded me that I had them in there, and I had no idea. She was like, oh yeah, I thought you were listening to music or something. I was like, oh, nope, just forgot they were there. That's how comfortable they are. They're super lightweight. You forget that they're there. I liked the button quality, design, the stainless steel, brush steel. It's probably their biggest selling point is their comfort, how they look, how interesting they are in your ear, and how easy it is just to put on your ear and put them on and wear. Now the audio performance, it's pretty much what you would expect from an open earbud. Now my first video, I talked about how the sound quality is really good, and for an open earbud, the sound quality I think is great. It's not gonna be outstanding. You're not going to, if you're somewhere that's super loud, you're probably not gonna be able to hear what's going on. I actually tried to edit my first unboxing video in the barbershop when I was waiting to get my hair cut, and I couldn't really hear myself talk because of how loud it was in there. So if you really need some noise canceling, you really need to be able to hear what you're doing, hear what you're listening to in a noisy environment. I'd probably say this might not be what you're looking for, but it's cool to have that option. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of bass in it when it's quiet or when you're just doing something, you know, normal. Like if I was right here and I was listening to something, it would be great. If it's in a quiet environment, if you're just out and about, you need to hear your environment around you, which is what they're designed for. These are outstanding. They might be my favorite. Much better to me than the Meta Ray-Bans. Obviously serve different functionality, but they're great. Now I've been able to test these in a wide range of real life scenarios just to report back to you guys. Now first, I'm sure a lot of people want to know how they are in the gym. I'm an active lifestyle person. I love to be in the gym. I love to work out. I would say, unless you're trying to talk with someone that's in the gym, if you're there with a workout partner, I would say these are probably a nah in the gym. Most of the time, everything around you is too loud to be able to really focus in on what your music is. You catch everything, obviously, because they're open ear. So you're gonna catch everything that's happening around you in the gym. You're gonna hear people run on the treadmill and their loud ass steps jogging through that mug. I wasn't feeling it. You know, if you're doing med ball slams, like I do like to get after a little bit, the med ball slams, you're hearing every bit of that med ball slam. Music on over top, you can hear that music too. So when it comes to the gym, I'm gonna say a nah unless you're going with a partner and you guys are talking and you're conversing. You don't wanna keep taking your earbuds out to ask what they're saying, and vice versa for you to talk back and forth. So in the gym, I give this a 3 out of 10. Now, if you're just gonna be outdoors, you're going to walk, you're running some errands, grocery store runs. I had worn them in the grocery store a bunch. Pretty much every time I went to the grocery store over the past month, I had these in my ear. Every time that I was walking the dog, I had these in my ear. Anytime that I had to run any type of errand, just getting out the door, I found myself reaching for these over everything else, just because of how easy it is to put on, how comfortable the fit is, and how clear the sound quality is when, you know, you still want to hear the things around you. Again, sound quality is not great, but as far as comfort and fit goes, I don't know if there's gonna be one that's gonna be able to beat this. I'm keeping it real with you. Now, there were a couple things about these that I didn't like that much. The mic is so-so. You know, people on the other line, when I was calling just to test the sound quality, they said it was okay, you can hear me, but sometimes I could hear them asking, you know, what I said, and I could hear when I listened from there and had someone else test it out, it didn't sound all that clear. So I would definitely say that for calls, meetings, things like that, they're doable, but they're not gonna be as crisp as you might like for an earbud. But they do the job. So if you're not really expecting it to be top quality on the call quality, then you still gonna be solid. Now, the other thing that I didn't like about these is the pairing. Like, I had a lot of connectivity, which I guess is more of a Bluetooth in general thing, but I felt like I had a lot of instances where one earbud would randomly disconnect. I have to put it back into the case and put it back in my ear, or it would disconnect from my phone completely, both of them, and I had to put it back in and reconnect it, even when it wasn't paired with any other device. So connectivity issues, I feel like is a gripe. It's earbuds, it's technology, so you're gonna have some things like that. But when you're paying $300 for a pair of earbuds, that usually would not have that issue at all. Minor gripe. Still a con though, still want to bring that up because I know some other people whose reviews I watched had the same issues with connecting, and I did too. But I do like how you can connect to multiple devices. So I would have it connected to my phone, I'd have it connected to my iPad, or I'd have it connected to my Apple TV. If I want to watch, you know, some anime when, you know, my girl is sleeping or she's busy doing something else, then it's great to be able to switch between the two. But again, every once in a while the connectivity will just randomly drop and it'll be kind of weird. But again, it's a Bluetooth issue, not necessarily something that would keep me from not buying it. That makes sense. I will say though, they do not fall out of your ear at all. I did the shake test last time, I'll do it again. I'll jump up and down, do the ear shake test, the head bang test. You can jump, you can do whatever you're gonna do. They're not falling out your ears. They are secure and they're comfortable, man. I feel like you really don't feel them. I definitely had them on the wrong side, so y'all don't judge me on that one. But they're great, they're not gonna fall out your ears. So if you're worried about losing them, you're not gonna lose them. You're not gonna lose them out of your ear, and you're definitely not gonna lose them out of this case. Unless you drop it. If you drop it, then they might fall out, but not likely. Now, the battery life. These things, they last forever. I did not have an opportunity for them to die. You get about, what was it, like 7 hours per charge outside of the case, and then the case gives you an additional 27. So these not gonna die on you. I may have charged them twice in a month, even with as much as I use them, because every time I use them for an hour or two, even if they're just sitting on my ear, not doing anything, put them back in, charge it back up. Pretty much like every earbud, these are gonna last forever, so battery would not be an issue for most people. Now, who are these really for? I would say if you're just an active person in general, if you're walking a lot, if you're outside, maybe you're commuting all the time and you wanna be able to hear your surroundings, you wanna keep your head on a swivel, these are gonna be for you. Gym goers, if you have a partner that you're talking to, cool. If not, whatever. But they're a cool piece to have just as an active person. You know what I mean? I'm always on the go, so it's so easy just to grab these, whoop, whoop, throw them on, go get my groceries if I'm walking the dog. I actually found this a really, really good use when you're around friends. You're around friends or family and you don't want to be rude. You don't want to have, and you put your earbuds in all the way and it seems like you don't give a fuck about what they're talking about. These allow you to still be engaged with everybody, but also still be able to do what you got to do. So if I'm listening to an audiobook or something, or if I'm editing a video, or if I got to do something that requires me to need to listen to something. I was actually at a friend's house and my girl was calling me because she couldn't get the record player to connect to the Bluetooth speakers. And so when I was over there, I was with two of my homies. I was able to put them in, still be able to hear their conversation, not feel like I'm interrupting, but still be able to hear what she's saying clearly and be able to talk her through it with no issue. So if you're active, if you're on the go, if you're riding your bike, I'd say if you're a bike rider, if you're a skater, if you're doing anything outside where you need to hear your surroundings, these are probably a 10 out of 10. I can't really think of a better, more comfortable fit and secure in audio quality, safe, all those things for a commuter or someone who's on the go than these right here. These might be one of my new favorite earbuds for that reason. I even let my girl try them and she typically doesn't like trying any of my technology, doesn't like the earbuds, she don't like none of the stuff that I'm interested in, but she was getting down with it when we were in the mall. I was editing a video, like posting like a story or something I wanted to hear, what music I was gonna add to it, and she was curious on what they sounded like because she hadn't tried them on at all. And she loved them, but she was like, oh, this would be super nice if I was walking the dog by myself at night or during the day and I want to be able to make sure that I can hear things that are going around. So for a safety standpoint, commuter standpoint, just got to get some things done when you're out and about and not want to completely block off your sound. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. there's nothing better, in my opinion. Overall, I'd give these an 8 out of 10 for most people. I was really, really impressed with them. And I wanted to love them when I first found out about them. And I wasn't sure, like in day 1 or 2, like I was like, oh, these are kind of cool. But I was like, maybe it's kind of gimmicky. But the more that I used them, similarly to a lot of things, the more you start to figure out what their best uses are, what they're not used for, and you get to find the groove that really works for you. Again, I'll give these 8 out of 10. Are they worth the price? If you can get them on sale for $229 like I did, I would say yes, 100% they're worth the price. But when you get to creep up to $300, I would say you'd really need a heavy use case for them. You really want to be able to use them. And again, I use them every single day, but if you're expecting for $299 to get the best sound quality, the bass, the highs, the lows, the mids, and to be crystal clear, this is not going to be that. This is our functional earbud that is going to be super comfortable for you to use all day long, whatever the fuck you got to do. Keep them on all day, forget about them. Music comes on, you want to do something, pop them in your ear, you got to ride your bike, whatever it is. These are great. So I'll leave that up to you. I say the price is a 5 out of 10 for that reason, but they're Bose and they're gonna charge that price. So let me know what you think. If you have them, let some people know in the comments what you think about them. Is my review valid? Do you guys think the price tag is justified for what you get out of it? If you can find them on sale, get them on sale. But yeah, I think they're great. 8 out of 10 rating for me. But you let me know. As always, like, subscribe. Again, I want to build a community, man. I want you guys to teach me things that I forget about, that I don't know about, put me on to new products. So if you got anything like that, let me know. Help somebody else in the description. Follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X, all those things. And yeah, that is the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds. Until next time.